Hi there, welcome to my channel, Our Vagabond Style. And yesterday I was working on a few things and I thought, oh, I should be filming this. So it was off the book pages that, I use as glue pages. So when I'm working on something, I'll use an old book and then glue my image, and then these get sticky, and then, you toss them aside and you'll use them later. So I have several of them sitting here, and like I said yesterday, I was working on some, and I thought I would share with you guys what I've been working on. We'll do some together. So I just have, let's see, what should we do first? Let's do like one of these little pockets. So I like to fold this edge over here, and then I'll cut off the bulk, just because it gets a little thick. So there's that. And then I got myself a new glue stick. I wasn't happy with the one I was using. It was just what I had on hand, and I really needed a permanent glue stick. If you get the ones that don't say permanent, your work tends to pop off the page later on. So make sure what you're getting, like this one says permanent. Anyway, I had a great time on Julie's channel. Julie is Day Trip Vintage Co. And I was on her channel and showed how to do a masterboard. So if she's got a great crafting channel on like Thursdays, she does a craft with me, and it's really a lot of fun. So you can either watch her craft or do it with her, do it later. So at this point, I would go ahead and probably just use some tacky glue or Fabri-Tac, whichever one you got handy. And then I'll just put a little glue here, a little glue there. Not too much, because you don't want it to, this is the only width that you'll have to stick anything in the little pocket. So, and then when I did these, I did all of them at once. I did all 4 of these at once, so it kind of comes together quickly. Move that out of the way. So let's see if I have another one. Maybe we'll do 2 at once. Yeah, I've got another one here. So I'll do the same thing with this one. Cut that off. So I just make these ahead of time. I really don't know what journal they'll end up in, but flowers and bees and animals usually will fit into something that I do. Whatever your aesthetic is, just, build up your stash. So that way, when you get your journal done, you can just pop things in and you're done right away. And really the fun is making all these embellishments. That's absolutely what I love doing. I guess I've got, we'll go ahead and do the same glue. I started with the Fabri-Tac there. Glue stick's the only one I wouldn't really use right here because it's so thick, the wide. All right. And then at this point, I'll just kind of like, do I have any here? Like this one's a good example. I'll just kind of start putting some background page on it. And I've used my scraps for that. So I'll just keep you can probably see some of the scraps there. And I'll just kind of look through, see what I have, and start gluing some stuff on there. Maybe like that one. That looks good. Get my glue stick. Yeah, I just find this so relaxing. This is like my happy place. You don't have to think about anything that's going on, right? Just what you're doing. So, let's see. Maybe I'll rip this down. Kind of just put it on the side. This is just old scrapbook paper here. It's a little bit thicker, this one. I think I'll go this way. If I don't get it all the way down, sometimes I like to leave the edge a little bit, because if you want to tuck something in it, it's easy to get to. Now on this one, with that white edge, I could either re-tear it, because I think I want to put it up here, or I'll hit it with the Distress ink. I think I'll tear it going down so that you don't see that edge. And then just glue this one up. I'm liking this glue. It's a little bit on the stringy side, but that's okay. It does hold. Like, I glued some stuff and came back and tried to, you know, pull it apart, and it just ended up ripping the paper to bits. So it's a good one. All right. So let's see, what else do we want? Maybe some map. That might be fun. Most of all this stuff has been, you know, from estate sales or something like that. Just do a little chunk. There we go. Baby wants to come up. All right. So I think at this point I'll start putting maybe a little bit of music page on there, or maybe, yeah, a little music would be nice. I love old hymnals that, you know, falling apart. They're just really pretty. Look at that. Keep trying to move this book in frame so you can see it. But it's just kind of, you know, exciting to, you just got all these little bits and scraps, and the next thing you know, it makes something beautiful. And, you know, make them for yourself. You don't have to make them for anybody. There's no pressure if you're just making them for yourself. Just gonna ink it up a little bit. Now I could cut this edge off, but I kind of like that tattered edge. And if you liked more of the distress, you know, you could do this before you put it on. You could put the ink on there. There's that one. Sometimes I ink heavier than other times. Just depends on the mood. Okay, so I'm liking that. Let's see. What do we want to go with? Butterflies, mushrooms, animals. Let's see, this might be a good mushroom one. I'm into mushrooms. Just love them. I think they're so cute. So you can put that right behind there. That's fun. And there's another little guy maybe. You know, you just kind of keep playing with it till you find what works. And here's a little teeny tiny one. Put him in the very back. I don't know, I'm kind of liking just the one actually. So we'll add him. Yeah, you start looking at things just differently, keeping things around, you know, different types of paper that you see. Yeah, that's good. Could even put a little, get my little scissors here. Sometimes I like to add a little texture. Of course, I'm not throwing that out. I'd like to do a snippet roll. I haven't done one in a long time. Probably would have liked to put that behind there. Well, let's see. Yeah, and then I can put something else. There we go. I think I'll just add that there. This time I think I'll use the Fabri-Tac. I usually like to have baby wipes or something handy for all this glue, but of course I didn't bring any to the party today. Okay. And something else, we'll go over that, like maybe this little guy. Yeah, he could go there. I think this one, again, either Fabri-Tac or tacky glue, whatever. I know lots of people use that art glitter glue, but I haven't got that yet. I've been doing this, you know, quite a few years on and off, but that's one item I never picked up. But I know a lot of people love that. That's cute. Okay. So I'm also on Instagram, and that's under My Vagabond Style. I was reselling vintage items, and now I'm just kind of focusing on my craft here. And on some of these I had you know, really did a lot behind here, like this one, which I really like how it turned out. But if you have something in front of it, of course, you're not really seeing all that work you put into the behind part. So it's kind of what you like. It's also a nice surprise, though, when, you know, if you give this junk journal that they pull it out and they see all that. Or you could go with maybe putting something a little smaller in it, like a ticket. That looks really sweet. Yeah, so just building up my ephemera box. Okay, so now this one, maybe we'll put a butterfly. Bring my little butterflies here. I fussy cut all these. That looks nice. I like that. I might get some of that white edge off there. And you know, you just start small and you'll be surprised, like if you're new to this and you just don't have much of anything, just as you go along, you keep all these little scraps, and before you know it, you'll have a ton of stuff. Yeah, that looks cute. And then I usually sit in the evening and fussy cut all these little things out that I print out. There. And this one doesn't have any antenna. Maybe we'll give him a little antenna, huh? Get as, you know, fancy as you want, or if you just want to do it quickly. And then sometimes, like what I like right now is I'll keep these in my done pile, but I'll, you know, maybe when I go to put it in the journal, I'll embellish it a little more. You know, maybe if it needs to be softened a bit or something, I'll add some bling to it, something like that. But I really don't like to do that until I know exactly where it's going. And then look how cute that is. So you could put like a little butterfly right here, or a bee or something. And then these are just fun because you can open up and journal on them. Yeah, let's put the bee there. It's funny, and I really am terrified of bees, but I love like anything, a little bee brooch or anything with bees on it, I am drawn to. That looks sweet. Yeah, there's that one. So put that aside. That's pretty much done. And this one, I'm going to call it done too. It's not very detailed, but that's kind of the way I want it right now. So we've got some options when you go to put it in your journal. So I would just glue this to my journal page. And you could even, if you, depending on where you glue it, you could glue it, you know, just on the back side here and use this as a tuck. You've got this, and you could tuck it this way too. Lots of options. Okay, so there's those two. Let's see what else we have here. Here's like for a bigger journal, I could use this as a pocket like I did the other one. So here's one that I did. This one, because I wasn't trusting that glue that I used the other day, I went ahead and Mod Podged over the top. So you could use some sort of, you know, matte medium or whatever. And it also really brightens the color. So it brings back out the color, like right here. I wonder if I have any more of that page to show you. Well, I don't see any right now, but you can definitely brighten it up by using a little Mod Podge. So let's do something with this one. This one will maybe use a little more book page. A little bit bigger piece of scrap. So here's my bigger scraps. That looks kind of nice, huh? Can do that. I'll probably tear it down a bit. And that'll end up in my smaller scraps. You know, I think I might cut this down a little bit just to make, because my journals are usually a bit smaller. So I'm just going to cut this down. Normally I'd go ahead and probably put it on my guillotine and make it a little straighter, but I think it turned out okay. Cut this. Oh, I hate to cut that edge off, but I want it a little narrower. Okay. Try to go to different sides. Sometimes you tend to go to one side or the other. You know, let's just go that way. I'm going to ink it up a little bit first. So I did do it a little differently. When I'm sitting here doing like a mass make, I'll definitely ink them all up first, and you know, and then you end up with a whole batch of them. There we go. All right. Glue this one up. Yeah, boy, different glue. It's very sticky. Okay. Leave a little bit of the edge. Okay. Let's see, maybe we'll do, should we do an animal? Oh, that looks pretty. Let's do that. I'll ink him up as well. Yeah, I got these new scissors. I love them. They're the little cutter bees. I just ordered them off of Amazon, and they work great. I was using like these crazy like surgical scissors, and yeah, these are nice and sharp. They get in the corners real good. Owls, mushrooms, they're all very popular right now. Okay, oh, I love his face. Put it over here. Oh, I wrote this on the back because this I actually got from the New York Public Library. They have domain-free images that you can download. It's a great source. It really only matters if you're selling it, so okay. side. Oh, right there. Just thinking, do I want anything else underneath him? Kind of like a branch. Although he's got a branch, but just a little more something. There we go. Just simple like that, right? Hope I'm not like going out of frame here. Oh, I like him. He's just fun. So I decided to go ahead and film today because the hubster is out doing some errands, so it's all quiet in here. Unless the doorbell rings, then the hounds will go crazy. All right, so I'm liking that. Okay, so we'll move on. What else do I have here? Okay, this one. This one is really kind of flimsy, you know, brittle. But it would make a good, I thought I would make like a belly band out of this, but I'm second guessing it now. I think I'm gonna cut it down the middle-ish. Sauerkraut stuffed fish. Really? Not so much. I like sauerkraut, but I don't know about stuffed in a fish. Okay. I'm going to give it a heavier cardstock on it. Maybe I'll do something on the back here. This could be the back, and you could just journal over this. So yeah, let's do that. Okay. Yeah, that'll make a good little journaling area. So I'll set that here for a minute. And this one, gosh, I just love this vintage wallpaper. Look at that, the gold. Love it. I want to use it. Go ahead and just tear the rest here. Did I get it all? Oh, there you go. Okay. That's fancy, right? Can you imagine having your whole living room done in that? Yeah, that's some goodness right there. Some retro goodness. I've got a whole bunch of vintage wallpaper samples that you'll be seeing here and there. I found a book one time at the Goodwill bins. Oh, yeah, it was nice and thick and had all kinds of crazy stuff in it. Here's another one of them. Let's see. So on the back side of this, maybe I want to be able to journal on this side. So what should I put there? I'll come back and do that. This one I can probably cut now. I think I'll use I like to use the metal ruler. Makes a nice edge. It's not so so sharp. Let's see. I'm really hoping that I'm in frame. If I am, you'll be seeing this. If not, it's a good test run. All right, I'm going to go ahead and, no, I'll wait. Sorry. Sometimes you like get ahead of yourself. All right, what should we put on this pretty? So that's the back. This one, this is interesting. So this was a hanky, a vintage hanky, and I just scanned it on my printer. So that's kind of fun. Oh, that one's too big. It doesn't go. Oh, look at that. Oh, I like that one. I think I want it that way. Pretty. Okay. Now these are so easy to rip. Try to hold my finger there where it's weaker. That delicate little cut, you know. Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay. Now on the back of this, you know what? I've got some coffee dyed paper. I think I'll just put a layer of coffee dyed paper on the back of this. The edge is good. Okay. I want to rip that. There. I just got these rulers too, which I really like. Of course, Amazon again. Okay, so now that's a great little journaling spot. And on the top, I save all my little snippets off of other things. And we'll choose what we want to go on the top of that. Do something like that. Maybe something that shows up a little better. Yeah. Yeah. A little Fabri-Tac. Just got that all over my fingers. Okay. I like it a lot. Just thinking maybe a little bling would be fun. Sometimes you just can't help yourself. Like I told you, I like to do it after, but sometimes you just want to add a little bling. You just got to figure out where you want it. Or maybe just one. No? Okay. I'm not liking. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so that one's done. And then the only one left is this little guy. So we'll search for some paper. I might look in this bigger box. Let me move the smaller one. You know, let's see, I've got some old receipts. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can brighten it up with whatever we put on it. Hope I went down far enough with that glue. I'm finding that this glue is not very forgiving. Like when I was using this one, you could absolutely reposition it a little bit quickly. Not so much this one. I think I'll rip that. It really should sit here a minute because it's still sticky, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. All right, use some of my ink. All right. So let's see, what else should we do? Maybe I've done all these fussy cutting. Maybe I should go with a sticker. So I got these stickers that we could play with, and maybe put just a little green in the back. I know I've got this. These came off. I think these came off Flickr. That's pretty big. There's a smaller one. And then we'll see about who we want to put on the front here. you know, I like these, but really because he's so see-through, I don't know, I would have to maybe pair him with something that wasn't, you know what I mean? What do we got in here? Let me go to this one. This one I think has like more flowers in it. Yeah. Just grab some here. That's pretty. Kind of wanted a little more color. Oh, look at this one. It's eating up the whole thing though. Just a simple little rose. I mean, not everything you do is going to be a masterpiece. And so, you know, we really don't need to put all that pressure on ourselves, do we? Some things you'll just end up liking more than others. And I've made stuff that I'm like, I'm not really that excited about, but down the line, I'll take it and use it in something else or maybe revamp it a little bit and love it. So it can always change. These are a little bit difficult to get the backside off of them. I thought I had it. Come on now. Okay. Honestly, sticker. There we go. Wow, this one's going to be hard to handle. Put a little bit of glue on the back of it, just because I don't trust these stickers that much. And I want to glue up my fingers just a little more. That guy has a little wrinkle. There we go. And then this one, I think I might go ahead and just maybe make a little bit of a all right, we'll try this. I'm not very good at doing this, that's for sure. So that was cut that way. I turn it this way. See if I can get the same cut on it. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, we'll put a little something at the top and call it good. What do we want to put up there? Maybe a little green? Let's see. Maybe a little bit of that. Okay. That'll work. You could just staple that if you wanted, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and Fabri-Tac it. Oh, that glue. It's like hanging off my finger. There we go. Yeah. All right, so in just a short amount of time, we've used up those old book pages and we used up some scraps. So there you go. I hope if you enjoyed this that you will subscribe to my channel and like the video. It does help build it. And until next time, craft on.